Natalia.
Alan.
What was a food that you were obsessed with as a child?
As a wee little tot, my sisters and I were obsessed with, and this combination specifically, bagel bites, dino nuggets, and barbecue sauce. USA. Because it was good. Don't knock it till you try it.
You said pizza bagels?
Bagel bites.
Bagel bites.
Yeah, same thing.
I've never liked those.
Why?
I don't know. What came to mind when you said that was like, I would have this after school sometimes. It would be 2 hot dogs and like straight up just like romaine lettuce, just like that, like a leaf, right? And some ranch.
Wait, was the romaine lettuce the bun?
No, they were like regular
a fucking
hot dogs.
protein hot dog.
A glizzy protein style.
They had those fucking gains on the playground, bro. This shit was crazy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hand Me Down Podcast. We are your hosts. My name's Natalia.
And I'm Alan.
And once again, thank you so very much for joining us for yet another episode.
Whoop, 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 whoop. A full actual episode today.
A full episode today, and the promised topics of the last episode, which, you know, if you watched the previous episode, you heard about our tragedy, our screw up.
Yep, my screw up. I'll take accountability.
Yeah, it was his screw up, actually. Nice. Who goes there?
We are disturbed by zombie cats.
What the heck?
That was like a straight up knock.
So my cats are very upset that
the man is here.
That the man is here. That Alan is here. They're not used to having men in the house. And also, I think that they know that when Alan comes with all of his gear, it means that they get put in the room. So
Do you think they know when I'm here on business, though, and when I'm not?
Well, did you see the way that he reacted when he saw you walk in with the gear? He hella booked it.
Okay, but now I need to come without the gear and see if that's true.
If they
is
book
it just me? Am I going to have to have some alone time with them, like bond,
Maybe.
boys night?
Boys night. Make some grilled cheeses. Or I don't know. What do you guys eat?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs with lettuce and ranch. With romaine lettuce and ranch.
Oh, like boys, this is what it's all about.
Boys, and maybe what would be the go-to drink?
We'll drink Cutwaters. No, we'll drink beers.
The way I thought you were gonna say like Dr. Pepper Zero. No, we're gonna have some Coronas.
It's a boys' night.
It is a boys' night. Cracking one open with the boys. Well, my boys are only 1 year old, so you'd be.
What is that in cat years, though?
Is it not the same as dog years? Like 7?
Oh, okay, so there's 7. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. We'll have some apple juice. Sparkling apple juice so that they feel bougie. And you put it in those little plastic champagne flutes from the Dollar Tree when it's the new year. But I forgot what we were talking about. How we messed up and the boys back. Don't like you. Yeah, but we're back. We hope you enjoyed last week's episode.
Very informal.
Or 2 weeks ago's episode. As promised, we're going to be talking about PragerU and all that nonsense. So we talked about that last episode and we thought it was an important topic, so we didn't want to just like skip it. And we'll be doing that today. But that won't be all that we're talking about today.
No, I mean, if you're a long listener of the podcast, you know, just a little bit of a structure, not too much, just a little bit of a structure. We always catch up how we're doing. We dive a little bit into what we've been seeing in our little internet corners, and then we get into the big old chorizo con huevo of the podcast. So, you know,
big old chorizo con huevos. Insane.
The way I saw you react, and
Let's
I had to
hit a button.
Before we get into the big old chorizo con huevos, the gulp.
Let's raise the volume on that a little bit. Big ass chorizo con huevos.
I know you guys are excited to get into the chorizo. I was gonna say my chorizo con huevo, but I didn't know if the.
What were you gonna say? You said that you saw my reaction.
Oh, because I saw you kind of like
freeze, get tense.
No, you like kind of like Did like, what's this called? Purse your lips or something?
I don't know.
Like you were just kind of like
Trying to hold in my comment.
He said, boys night. No, but because sometimes like I'll just be talking and then like obviously my intent is not a dirty joke, but then you're like, that's a dirty joke. And I'm like, oh shit. So then how many other people think that?
I feel like I need to. I feel like I'm just like, but like, I don't want to say that's what she said, you know, like that's classic, but like I need a new one, you know, like drop one down in the comments. What should I say when Natalia says something like that?
Not that's what she said.
That along those lines, but not specifically that.
That's what she said. Esque. Work on it, guys. Workshop. Write it down. Put it in the comments. Winner gets my firstborn. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say a shout out.
God forbid I'm whimsical on this podcast. I'm just kidding.
How have you been, Natalia?
I have been good. It has been still kind of the heat wave in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's finally going to die down this week, and I'm so excited. And I think that with the heat wave going on, all I can think about is how excited I am for my haircut that I'm going to get in like 2 weeks or like in a week and a half.
Timed haircut.
I just need to, it's too long right now. Like before we were going to start recording, I was like just trying to fix it.
It's not that bad.
It's long though. It's like, it just
I get it though.
A little shape. Yes. But the reason that I bring it up is because I know I've told you, but I haven't told the viewers, is that the way that I just so happen to plan out my next haircut with the, what do you call those? Hairdresser? Mm-hmm. Salon girl? Stylist with my hairstylist is exactly a year from when I initially cut off all my hair with that same stylist. So it's going to be very special. I'm going to be like, oh my God, girl, guess what? It's been 1 year since you've been cutting my hair and since I chopped it all off. But upon reflecting on that, I have some funny hair memories to share with you guys, I think, which I know you know these. But
when you put hair memories, I thought you were going to talk about how hair holds memories.
Well...
But I like where you're going with this.
Okay,
I like this. I want to hear them.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Again, because you have heard them. But it's okay.
I like surprise guys.
The very first, I remember when I was first kind of like talking myself up to get the haircut, I was just like, I've always wanted this haircut. I've always wanted to kind of like have this hair, like short hair, maybe present like a little bit more quote unquote masculine or something. And also to get the shotties. So I was like, dude, I'm going to cut off all my hair and I'm going to get all the shotties.
And it worked?
And it worked to an extent.
It worked too much.
It worked too much. It worked not in the way that I wanted it to. And let me tell you why. Because literally the first interaction that I have after my haircut is that when I was driving to the haircut, I still had a low tire pressure on my car, and I had called my dad, and he's like, maybe there's like something's wrong with your tire, you need to get a replacement or whatever. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go to my haircut and then I'll go to a little local car tire place and see if they can fix it. And so post haircut, post fresh, post just bald, and I go to this place. And the very first interaction I have with the man at the tire place, he starts flirting with me. He starts flirting with me.
This feels so long ago.
It was almost a year ago.
Still though, it feels like it was further.
It feels like it was longer, yeah. But he literally was like telling me, he was like, oh, like, and he was speaking to me in Spanish. So I was like,
Niña traviesa.
He starts serenading me. So I just like, and you know, when you first cut off all your hair doesn't really know what to do. So I'm not hot. I'm not giving at this time, but I certainly don't think I'm giving man kisser or anything. So.
Man kisser.
I'm not giving man kiss or anything. And he's just like, he's all talking to me. He's just like, well, like, you're lucky you came to my shop because there's guys out there that would like to totally take advantage of you and sell you a new tire, but I'm not one of those guys. And like, I just ended up having a nail in my tire essentially. And I'm a dumb bitch that showed up and it's just like, necesito nueva llanta. I didn't know what the fuck was wrong with my car. And he was just like, nah, shawty, it's just a nail. Like, and like, you came to the right guy to fix it. And he was just like kind of making small talk with me. And then he was just like, well, like, why don't I put my number in your phone in case you need like any more tire works? I didn't know what to do. This is probably one of the first times I've gotten flirted with by a man in my adulthood. And I was just kind of like, okay. And I gave him my phone. I didn't know what to do. So his contact is still in my phone and it says,
why?
Because
memories.
Hair holds memories, Alan. Hair holds memories because I'm so bad at cleaning things out, first of all. And also I wasn't going to text him and I didn't give him my number. So how was he going to reach out to me? But anyway, it's funny because sometimes when I tell the story, I like to like give proof. It didn't happen.
It sounds like you are holding it just in case you do have another tire related problem. So you can call your
Benjamin was his name. Oh, and I forgot because that's how he told me his name because he asked for my name and I was like, oh, Natalia. He's like, oh, like, que nombre tan bonita. He's like, yo me llamo Benjamin como Benjamin Franklin. And I was like, cool. I was like, lit, dude. That's crazy.
Benjamin Franklin had a lot of mistresses.
Did he? Damn.
Would you have that in common, Benjamin? You have that in common with Benjamin Franklin?
He's a good guy.
Or are you a founding father? Pick one.
Pick one. You can't have them all, Benjamin.
He wants to be your founding daddy.
God.
Hit a button.
I'm not a man kisser.
This just in.
This just in. Benjamin wanted to be my founding daddy, and I unfortunately am a lesbian. So that's not going to work out. But that was just a funny memory that I had with the short hair. Mm-hmm. And that was just I'm just going on a tangent now, continuing
go
on the topic of flirting and stuff, is that now that I have a beautiful girlfriend, is that people flirt with her in public places. And they did that one time when it was you, me, and her at the bar. Mm-hmm. And I still didn't know what to do. But the reason that I remembered it is because when we were trying to scope out this guy that came up to us and was like, he was friendly, but I was trying to tell like, why are you friendly? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. This
like,
when I was there?
Yes, at the bar.
Yeah.
And the reason that I was reminded of that when I was talking about my hair story was because I remember you were telling me from your perspective, the interaction, and you were like, oh, this guy comes and like, I don't know who he's trying to flirt with. Like, it could be her. Could be you. And I was like, could be me.
Well, from your story with the tire man, I was like, Natalia pulls. I don't know who this guy is. I meant like pulls, like.
She pulls. Caution.
Natalia pulls.
That's the episode title.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know who this guy wants. So we were playing like
ping pong.
Table tennis.
My bad. The government name.
We were playing ping pong and he's just like, oh, like, I'm not very good. You guys want to play? Oh. And then we're like, okay, you guys said yes. And I was like, okay.
Because we're also girls and we don't know how to say no. And he wasn't creepy about it.
Yeah,
he was genuinely like, I
was also scoping. Fun. I was like, does he want one of them or is he just friendly?
Yeah.
So then he's like, well, what do we want the teams to be? And I was like, well, me and you can be in the team, man. Saul, his name was Saul. He looked like Canelo, Saul Alvarez. And then, yeah.
And then, yeah.
He was touching me.
He was like, touching you?
Like we were like, he was getting excited and he was like high-fiving me.
Okay.
Like being like, grabbing my shoulder and shit.
Dude.
Maybe he wanted me.
There's one person here that we forgot. He could be into my girlfriend. He could be into me. But what we never saw coming, Did you just hit your nose?
Yeah. I hit my nose on the arm.
Well, Alan got an ouchie on the, for our listeners, he got an ouchie on the mic stand. But he could have been into Alan. So, you know, maybe he got what he wanted in the end.
I don't think so, but.
No, yeah, because he went away. Because he saw me and my girlfriend kiss and he was like.
And then he went away, so.
He was like, what?
Do you think your haircut makes it less likely that people will approach either of you because it's more obvious that you guys are in a relationship?
I don't know. Obviously not in that time because I still had short hair and I still was dressing quote unquote masculine. I don't know. But she told me that she was trying to be even more touchy so that he could like get the hint. Like, she was trying to be more touchy with me.
Take the hint, take the hint.
Me and her just start singing. Why am I always hit on by the boys I never like?
No, you guys should practice.
Well, I'm gonna text her after this, be like, we need to practice some
rehearsals tomorrow at 7 p.m.
tomorrow. You be Jade and I be. Was it Ariana Grande?
No, I think it's
Victorious.
It was Victoria Justice.
I think so.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yes.
It was not because Ariana Grande and Jade sang
before.
Oh,
I
okay.
think, right? That's usually how it happens. And then Victoria Justice gets the I love Victoria Justice. Tori gets the spotlight.
Tori Vega. We all sing.
Yeah, I think we all sing.
Dude, I love Victoria Justice.
I don't want to be a part of the revolution.
He's not part of that revolution, guys. So
I am pro women.
we've been making a lot of reference to the previous episode that dropped just before this one. So if you haven't, please go watch it.
Because we filmed it like a week ago because it was the emergency one. So it was like
very fresh,
like less than a week ago.
Yeah, very fresh in our minds. Well, that's my catching up story.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
I ate into like a fifth of the episode.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
Thank you. But how are you doing, Alan?
I am depressed.
Oh. Oh no. Scooby-Doo. I am depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you depressed?
The PowerBall jackpot happened on Saturday. It was up to $1.8 billion. And I felt it in my soul that I was going to win. We were yapping. We were talking about like what I was going to do with my money, who I was going to give it to. Like I was already like, I had like a lawyer on speed dial, like just in case I won. Like, I know you're supposed to get a lawyer. And I was just like, and then the time came and I got one number. I won $4. So
hell yeah, dude! You can get a Wendy's $4 for $4. You spent $10 on the
tickets.
Well, technically you spent $6. Girl math.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm only down $6, guys. If you guys would like to contribute to my fund to recuperate those $6,
please subscribe to the Patreon. Guys, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Please.
Have you ever played the lottery like that?
I don't know how. I feel like I'd be a dumbass and just be like, oh, give me that one.
There's machines, which are cash only, which I learned this week. There are machines like in grocery stores. There's one in Smart Final. And then you just go and you put the cash in and you're like, I want to play the PowerBall. And then you just put, like, remix my numbers, like pick my numbers for me. And then boop, it just shoots them out. $2 a ticket.
But you don't play anything, actually? I want to play.
No, it's just numbers. And you're like, I hope my numbers get picked.
It's just chance.
It's like 100%. Bingo, right? Like, yeah, they do this thing and then the numbers come out.
See, the thing, though, is that I wouldn't know if I won. Or I wouldn't know how to tell. You can scan the ticket. And it tells you?
You literally just have to match the numbers.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's how you. I feel like I'd go up to somebody and be like, did I win? And imagine if I did, snatch the fucking ticket.
Fucking Willy Wonka, like.
I'll give you $50.
Take it and run straight home, Charlie.
But, well, what would be the signs if you won the lottery?
Oh, I remember that was a trend, right? Like,
No one would know, but there would be signs.
I answered this because they were like, what's like the stupidest thing you would do if you won the lottery? Like just because you had money. And I said that I would buy one of those like Carvana machines, like the vending machines, you know, like the towers.
The elevator?
Yeah. And I would just keep all my cars there. And I'd be like, what do I want to drive today? And I would have a shit ton of those big ass coins and I'd be like, boop, give me the Lambo. You know?
Like a fucking Hannah Montana closet, but for cars.
I'm not even
a car guy.
Yeah, I'm not even into cars like that. But I just like, I've always wanted to do it.
That's funny. That's hilarious. I would have a cotton candy machine.
That's it.
Well,
I can
that's
get you
one
a
of the
cotton
things.
candy machine.
Okay, put your money where your mouth is. Then do it.
Actually, I don't know.
He bluffs. He bluffs. What is this? Oh. That scared me. Cotton candy machine.
Cotton candy
but like a
machine.
vintage one, like a cute one. Let's see.
Like that?
Kind of like a carito.
Ooh, never mind. I can get you this little one. $40. Oh, this
Fucking-
little one is cute.
Oh, that one is cute. So if you like to contribute to Alan repaying his
My
PowerBall ticket, my cotton candy ball machine, and while
cotton
we're at
candy
it,
balls? Natalia's got something on her mind. This episode.
Benjamin, look what you did to me.
Oh,
What you did to
God.
me. Just kidding.
Cotton candy. Do you like cotton candy?
I don't even fuck with cotton candy like that. I just think it'd be funny.
I like it.
I like it, but I feel like just one like.
The way you were talking about it earlier, I love cotton.
You were talking about this
Lena
earlier?
called me out. She was like, the way you were talking about it earlier, I love cotton candy. Maybe I do love cotton
You were
candy.
talking about it? How did it come up?
I think I just said it randomly. Like it was just silent between the two of us, and I just broke the silence and was just like, you know what, I want a cotton candy machine. And that's just what it's like being roommates with me.
I saw this TikTok recently, actually, now that we're on this cotton candy tangent. They're like, a lot of people don't like to eat cotton candy because they think it's a lot of sugar, but they're all like, actually, it's just like one sugar cube.
And
And I was like, and he was like comparing it to other things that have sugar.
other
And I was
candies.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
catch me fucking, because I like it, but that's usually my thing. Too much sugar. But I'm going to go to my local Chuck E. Cheese and fucking get some, which is
Chuck E.
super
Cheese.
local.
Damn, dude. Yeah, because I saw someone make it, and they made it out of like the actual mix. It looks almost like powdered sugar, but like colorful. And they just did like a little like a little like tablespoon.
Like, that's okay.
Which
Kind
I
of
like.
nice to like satisfy a sugar craving.
Right, and it's like big as fuck. So like,
She's changing her mind about it.
well, guys, I actually love cotton candy. I love cotton candy. So like, comment, subscribe so I can get my cotton candy machine. And also because in Scooby-Doo 2 there was a cotton candy monster.
Yes.
And I love that scene where they attack him.
I love cotton candy ice cream. Have you had that?
I haven't.
What?
No.
Oh, dude, me and my brother would fuck up some cotton candy ice cream.
Really passionate.
Like, no. And we discovered this thing, dude. If you get a glazed donut and dip it in your cotton candy ice cream,
His toes curled. He got a little
there's gonna be marks on this wooden floor later.
gripping the fucking table. And you dip your glazed donut. That sounds good. That sounds
Try
good.
it.
Where do you get your cotton candy ice cream from?
Donut shops. You know how like I heard that like kind of donut shops are like the bodegas or like the delis of
Los
LA.
Angeles.
Yeah, they have ice cream there.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like a grocery store pint or something like that.
Thrifty used to sell it, which Thrifty was in Rite Aid's, but now Rite Aid's bankrupt. But Monster, the energy drink, bought Thrifty, so I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But actually,
Monster ice cream.
yeah. But the Gonzales or Northgate has Thrifty ice cream, like there,
The tubs.
the tub. So you could get it there. Actually,
Ooh, okay. I'll keep an eye out.
shout out.
I'll keep an eye out for a glazed donut.
Anyways, enough of cotton candy.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get away from this. Let's go to Internet Corner.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want to move on to Internet Corner?
Natalia, now that we're moving into Internet Corner, what do you know about John Pork?
Who's that?
You do not know who John Pork is?
That sounds like a generic ass fucking like Johnny Appleseed.
I'm going to show you who John Pork is.
I'm scared.
No, why?
Because. What?
This is John Pork.
Okay.
He's John Pork.
I have seen that before.
Okay.
But why?
John Pork.
Okay.
John Pork. Okay. Let me just get the link to this picture.
I love that he has a biblical name. John Pork.
There is this TikTok that I want you to see, actually. So
Do I have to disconnect?
yes.
Okay.
So I feel like John Pork has been a thing on the internet for a very long time.
Yes, I've seen that photo.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he's just like a meme, right?
Yeah. I didn't know he had a name though.
But a lot of like I saw one video of John Pork and then like I just kept on getting them. So I think he's making a comeback. He's on his
He's getting his big break. Good for John Pork.
so I'm gonna have you watch this TikTok.
Good for JP.
JP. Yes. Okay. So.
Oh no.
Starting
Okay.
it now.
John, what is that? Ew. What is that?
Okay, this has never happened to me.
Ooh.
What is
Oh
that?
my god.
Okay, this has never happened to me.
I've never seen it.
You guys, this is weird.
Ew.
This is freak.
Weird.
This has never
Answer it,
happened.
answer
No.
Do you answer it?
No.
Somebody's probably messing with you. I don't know.
First of all, wait, pause. I'm pausing at 28
Right
seconds.
now.
What I'm noticing without audio, this person used to film fights in high school.
This person what?
Used to film fights in high school.
Why?
Because I can't see anything.
Stupid.
I've seen the flowers.
They're just being discreet about
I
it.
see
Is
it.
what they're doing. I was like, you know that they fucking would do that? I was like, I didn't know you knew him like that.
Okay, I'm playing it again. Now.
I'm gonna block him right now.
Yeah.
That's
Block him right now.
See,
Don't
and
block him.
I blocked him. He's calling again. I blocked him. How is he getting in?
Wait.
I'm gonna set the alarm.
Oh no, that's okay.
Yeah, Hey, you stinker!
Okay, anyways.
That's so stupid.
So I don't, do you think audio listeners would be able to understand that from the audio?
Well, go ahead and describe what the
Okay,
video was.
so what we saw was this older white lady, an aunt, and she gets a call by John Pork. And you can see on the iPhone, like you can tell like that the niece, I think, because it was like I'm pranking my aunt, that the niece changed her own contact picture or someone's contact picture to John Pork. And put the name John Pork. So he's calling and she's scared. She's like, what the hell is this? Who is this? And she's like blocking him. And she's like, look, I blocked him. Like she doesn't want someone to think it's what's the male version of a mistress?
Mistress. I don't know.
She don't want to think it's anyone sus.
Yeah.
But she's like acting so sus about it. You know?
Like, guys, I've never seen that man before. It's funny, bro. That's some shit that me and my cousins would do to like one of my tias, probably.
You should do it to
Let's do it to my mom.
to your grandma.
No, I can't do it to my mom because she watches the podcast. She's got my grandma.
Jose Puerco.
Jose Puerco.
What's cerdo? Jose cerdo.
Jose Chancho.
Dude, we should make a Mexican version. Give
Is
him a little
Jose-
sombrero and a mustache.
Jose Chancho.
I have another one, so I'm sorry. You're going to need to plug in again.
Oh, sorry. I hella plugged. I didn't. I just missed the sound of my voice, so I plugged it
If
back.
you guys are curious, audio listeners, what John Pork looks like,
He's
search
hot.
him up.
I should change Benjamin's contact to John Pork. If you guys think I should change Benjamin's contact to John Pork, comment down below. What the fuck are you showing?
This is grandma.
Okay.
This is a prank on Grandma.
Okay, another prank video.
So Grandma is looking at a picture of John Pork, like a printed out framed picture of John Pork.
A printed out 5x7 photo of John Pork.
And it says, Grandma, the text says, Grandma wants proof that this picture is really my brother's Halloween costume.
You know what? If this is true, I want you to go find it and show it to me. And
It popped.
oh, you're full of shit. Now I know you're lying. I
It
know
literally
that's not
popped.
you. Yeah.
And you know what I like about John Pork? I really like the cut of his jib.
You really like what?
The cut of his jib.
The cut of his jib?
You've never heard that?
What does that mean?
I feel like it's like 1920s. Like, I like the cut of that guy's jib. Like, I like the way he is. Let me
Like,
search it
he's
up.
cooking.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see.
I guess.
Refers to a person's general appearance, style, demeanor, or overall impression they give off.
Cut of his jib. Word of the day. We should have a hand-me-down word of the day, or like phrase of the day,
Cut of his jib.
because this is also an educational podcast.
But also, I feel like this originated before AI. So like AI could never replicate John Pork, you know.
the way that John Pork.
But that's what I had for Internet Corner today.
I feel like
John Pork. I'm
If-
glad you didn't know.
I didn't know, but I feel like it takes me back to the roots of like when people would prank like their family members with like older memes and stuff, like when we were younger.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily prank, but when everybody thought that like Talking Tom was like watching you. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And shit like that. And they're just like, oh, who is this? Like,
Internet, man.
internet.
This also reminds me of like those pranks where they put a picture of like Obi-Wan Kenobi and it's like Jesus at their grandma's house. Or like Marco Antonio Solis, like.
And they replace it to see how long it takes. I was literally just about to say, I was like, well, I would have given it away because Milena's listening to us live as our live studio audience. But I was like, I was like, what if I changed one of the photos in the apartment to John Pork and see how long it takes for her to
The picture of your friend Ian.
Your passport. Oh yeah, I have to tell the story of.
You're gonna submit John Pork as her passport photo.
Joanna Pork. Oh wait. What's the girl version of John? Juana. No, because if you said Jose,
Josefina.
I guess Juan is
John.
Sorry guys.
Juan.
Anyways.
Josie. Johnny.
Josie Pork. So a few weeks ago, Milena came to my work to have her passport photo taken because that's one of the things that we do. And sometimes we just save random passport photos onto our computer and we just kind of like forget about it after we're done with it. But the printer was having some issues. So the way that we needed to check what was going on is we needed for the printer to keep going so that we could see what was malfunctioning. So we chose at random, my coworker chose a photo off the computer. It just so happened to be Milena's passport photo. But the thing is, he has to keep the printer going to kind of see how the pipes are working and stuff. So we had to print out like so many of Milena.
Were there any fucked up ones?
No. It wasn't. Surprisingly, none of them came out fucked up, but it was an issue with like the way that the chemistry was being taken by the pumps. But anyway, so they were like, well, we don't want to throw this away. It's Milena. So they gave me the pile of...
How many was it?
It wasn't that many. It used to be a lot. Then I think they like kept the last batch 12.
Oh, okay.
12.
I was like, is there going to be an army?
No, that I took home was 12. But I
Okay.
think they printed it like double that or something. But
still not as much as I was expecting, like sheets, like you know how you print money.
fucking a big ass stack of Milena. But anyways, so I got home before her that day. And I was texting my girlfriend. I was just like, I think it'll be funny if I hide these photos throughout the apartment and see how long it takes for her to find all 12 of them.
A scavenger hunt.
So I did a scavenger hunt with her passport photo, and the first one was really obvious. It was on the fridge. So when she came home, went to go check the fridge, and she just goes, "Oh, hello," and I was like, "Ha ha ha ha." I was like, "Actually, there's more where that came from." She was like, "What the fuck?" Started checking everywhere. There was one in the air conditioning unit. There was one in the turntable. There was one in the cat tree.
You iced her, basically.
Essentially. But my favorite one was I put one in her in her cereal box so that it was like a prize.
Love.
But she found all of them. She did it.
Wow.
She scavenger hunted it. There's still some around. So if you after we record today, if you walk around the apartment, you might see it. She's right behind you, actually.
Oh. There she is.
Right there. But anyway, that was my side tangent.
Wow. No, wonderful.
We should probably get into the main topic.
Okay. Yeah.
40 minutes in.
All right, everybody. We're in the chorizo con huevos. Big or small, however you want.
The state of the world right now is insane. State of United States, insane. A lot of things are getting cut from budgets at the hands of Mr. President.
The current administration.
The dictator. And one of the things that did kind of get cut to the point where it won't have the same effect as it did as us as kids is PBS, specifically PBS Kids. And if you grew up with PBS, and you know it's like home for like Clifford and shit, right? Like Arthur, like things of that sort that were like Sesame Street is the biggest one that like just, you know, teaches Sesame Street in particular teaches young children kindness and like,
you know what I didn't bring up last time, which I'll bring up now. I remember, I don't know, it was at our old place, but I remember I like a lot of the older Sesame Street episodes were on HBO Max. And I was just like, I just want to see what they were feeding our kids back when it started, like 70s. And I was like, whoa, like I'm joking, but this is woke. Like, oh my God, like I'm so happy that the kids who were watching PBS were getting these messages, which again, I'm saying woke, but it's like basic shit. Like you were saying,
just
treat
kindness,
people with kindness,
empathy,
don't be prejudiced.
Yeah.
People are different. Let's celebrate those differences.
Yes. And so that was, I think when I heard that Sesame Street was no longer going to, you know, be running because of PBS, which I think it got picked up now by YouTube. I think YouTube, or they're going to be on YouTube now. Yeah. So, but that made me so sad because I know how much Sesame Street is about like inclusivity and just like celebrating differences and stuff like that.
Well, it's also a resource, and the reason why it was created was to close that gap between people who can't have like a Head Start program because it's expensive. Yeah. So that when these kids go to school, they're all kind of like on a level playing field.
Exactly.
So yeah, stuff like that, like very foundational things to, first of all, keep the population educated. Yeah. Which a more educated population is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's only good.
Yeah. So the main reason that we're bringing up the PBS Kids and Sesame Street and stuff of that sort is because it seems like there is kind of this new platform coming into play to quote unquote replace that, but maybe it's being brought up more into the limelight because of the current administration and like the way that it's very conservative, and that is PragerU.
PragerU Kids.
Specifically PragerU Kids. PragerU was founded by conservative Dennis Prager, and it's 100% donor funded. And it's a conservative media site.
I would call it a propaganda site.
I agree.
A highly political, highly propagandized. Dennis Prager was a talk show host, a radio talk show host for a very long time, and that's how he was influencing conservative thought and conservative minds. And from what I think and what I believe, people saw his success, other conservatives, and were probably like, hey, I like what you're doing, but you're only getting people who are 65 and plus who listen to the radio. Yeah. We need a way to appeal to younger people, millennials, Gen Z. And that's when PragerU started. I think it started in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. But it started as like, kind of like,
Whoa.
it's that is showing up on my history. No, I was doing research, guys.
Alan was on the PragerU website. I'm just kidding, no.
It started as like explainer videos, or like kind of how, in my mind, it's just like videos on what to say to liberals when they bring up their points about abortion or this or that, like how to refute these points that you're hearing a lot of in the popular discourse today, especially if it was founded around that like early 2010s when Obama was president. How can we combat all this progressiveness that we're seeing with like gay marriage being legalized and all these things happening, like Obamacare? Like, how can we combat this wave of progressivism that we're in?
Yeah, because it's a very conservative website, like very conservative viewpoints, and a lot of them, the whole thing with PragerU is just like back to the good old days, like back to the classics, or which the current administration does kind of like talk about a lot. And I remember when I was doing research for this, somebody brought up a clip of PragerU that was like criticizing UCLA specifically, and
shout out
their sometimes
UCLA flippy floppy on my,
but criticizing a university, a really like highly rated university, and they were just like, at UCLA, students are required to take an ethnic studies class, a language class or something. I don't know, something like.
Well, there's like a language component.
Like, yeah, and
right?
just like expanding your horizons as a human being, as an educated human being, and they were just like, they're required to take all that, but they're not required to study Shakespeare. Babe, I don't give a fuck. That was genuinely their argument in the video.
That's so stupid because we have to take history.
We do, but it's just the way that they're so obsessed with the past and like the that we had perfected it.
But not
at one
just
point.
any past.
Their white people past. Yes. So that's just kind of goes to show kind of like what PragerU is.
But that's just like conservatism, right? Like conservatives want to conserve tradition,
essentially,
and their traditional, more than not, Christian conservative values.
Yeah. So I mean, to quote the PragerU website, PragerU is the most influential social media organization in the world that promotes the American values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness through free educational content for all ages. So I mean, like you said, very much propaganda. I feel like undertones and those. I think if you like see that and you see the content that they're making specifically for PragerU Kids, which is what we're going to get into. So once you get into the PragerU website, there's a section for PragerU Kids. And in the section, before you click on it, and it prompts you to click on it, it says, looking to enrich your kids' character and teach them the most conservative... Wait, what? sorry. It says, looking to enrich your kids' characters and teach them the most important lessons in history, civics, and even entrepreneurship, start here. And that's like your prompt for PragerU Kids. When you get to the PragerU Kids section, they divide it off into age groups. They have like 3rd through 6th grade, 6th through 8th grade, high school plus. And the segment that caught my attention, I think kind of went a little bit viral on TikTok, was the one for the 3rd through 6th grade kids, which is called Leo and Layla. So what have you've seen Leo and Layla clips on TikTok, right? Which one did you?
Do we want to show one?
Let's show one. Do you have one pulled up?
Yes.
Okay. Let's watch a Leo and Layla clip, which are essentially, in a nutshell, Leo and Layla are two siblings who are constantly having questions about the current world around them. And in order to understand that, they have their little time machine where they time travel and they go ask maybe directly to a historical figure that has affected what they're seeing today. And the one of the most popular ones that was circling around the internet recently is when Leo and Layla go to visit Christopher Columbus. So let's go ahead and watch a snippet of that. Play.
Oops, sorry. Play.
I ordered my men to treat them well.
I'm sorry, Mr. Columbus, but I heard at school that you spoiled paradise and you brought slavery and murder to peaceful people.
Leo?
Sorry. It's what I read and heard at school.
Caramba! Those are some accusations.
I'm pausing. 15 seconds. Even that is like very much so many undertones there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I learned in school. That's what they're teaching me at public school.
They're teaching me that you were bad. Yeah.
So many undertones of like our education system is not working, which it's not, but for completely different reasons. Mm-hmm. But like this is very much goes hand in hand with like homeschooling and like you know, feeding this wrong idea that public schools are teaching kids the wrong things.
Yeah. It's crazy. Let's continue watching the clip before we get into it. Play.
The place I discovered was beautiful, but it wasn't exactly a paradise of civilization, and the native people were far from peaceful.
But you just said the Taino were peaceful.
They pretty much are, but there are other tribes who aren't. The Taino I had met had cuts and scars and bruises all over them. I asked why, and they told me about the Caribs, who are vicious, warring cannibals.
Cannibals? Like they
eat people, see.
Whoa.
Right? Hey, all the things that are bad in the world I come from, jealousy, lying, murder, war, it all exists in the land I just found too. But in Europe, we draw the line at things like eating people and human sacrifice. Some of the native folks from where I just left do those things regularly. So, these people in your time who think it was a peaceful paradise are misinformed. Or lying.
Yeah, but what about slavery? You didn't deny that.
Deny? No. Slavery is as old as time and has taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? I don't see the problem.
There was many times where I wanted to say, pause it.
Yeah.
Just cause fuck. And I hope if you were listening to that clip, if you hadn't seen it already, that there were moments where you were like, fuck, pause so that we can go over that. Cause holy crap.
So much stuff.
So much. God, first of all, just the very Eurocentric way of teaching that I feel like when I was a student in high school, was very much pushing, not against, but like, in high school, I was very passionate about the fact that I felt very disconnected from my history classes. Mm-hmm. And that was because it was very Eurocentric ways of teaching, because we were required to take AP US history, obviously, because we live in America, but we were also required to take world history, but it was only European countries that we took for world history. Yeah. And you had to go out of your way to, if you wanted to take this like Latin American history course, you had to go off campus for that before school started. I want to say that I had a tremendous privilege that I never appreciated so much until I got to UCLA, that I had a woke, quote unquote woke, world history teacher. And she taught us, for that world history, she taught us about colonialism and like colonizers, and how like a lot of European and like the US conquered a lot of these Latin American countries. So that was my view into world history. So I'm like, God bless her. Like, she was doing the work. It's just crazy that like this Eurocentric way of teaching to them is America. But America is so many other types of people from different backgrounds that make up the country, and it just pisses me off. Like, I also agree that it's very Eurocentric. I think, and what they're doing about there, especially with like the indigenous people, right? We're talking about like, well, they weren't very nice either. Yeah, we're above them because of UC people. Yeah, we don't do that in Europe. We draw the line.
Or they didn't teach you that. They left that part out when they taught you this woke stuff. Like, okay, but your point is stupid because you're doing the same thing. I'm pretty sure we can find instances of stuff like that happening in Europe and way worse things happening in Europe too.
Yeah.
So you're admitting that just as you accuse the other people of admitting this, which is not true. Like everyone fucking knows that who knows about like the Aztecs.
And the way that he was just like, slavery just had to happen, you know, it's not that bad.
It's always been there, so what the fuck are we gonna do about it, right?
Even though it's just so horrible.
And that last line, I think, is a line that a lot of people were like, what the fuck? Which is like, well, but being a slave is better than being dead, right?
Yeah, some crazy ass shit.
Which, like, if you've seen fucking Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan or Killmonger delivers a very beautiful point. Like, when he's about to die, so like, bury me in the sea with my ancestors, because even they knew that dying like that was better than them being held in bondage or whatever.
Yeah, and I feel like I just feel like anybody who is not white in America feels the effects of all of these very racist, like, founding points of the country, and then white people are like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
They want to tell history or understand history or anything really in a very simple way.
Yeah.
This is why they don't like education. This is why they're attacking education, because yes, let's talk about how complex this issue is. Let's talk about how, yes, now with our current society, we don't believe in cannibalism or human sacrifice, but two things can be true at the same time. And they're very much taking the stance of like, no, they're right, we're wrong.
Yeah.
Like, no, we need to have these conversations, and these conversations need to happen. But like, they're not going to happen. And things are nuanced, right? I think that's what they don't get, that things are nuanced and like can have different meanings and just different thoughts about things.
Yeah. And it's interesting that Leo and Layla only go to one person to learn history.
Yes.
When history is everything that was happening at that time. It was, you know, just the people that were in the area. It was just like society. It's just like, it's a bunch of things working together. But their entire knowledge of the question that they had initially was answered by just one person at the forefront.
And it's like, yes, I'm pretty fucking sure Christopher Columbus believed that. Well, being a slave is better than being dead, right? Why don't you ask someone who was enslaved?
Right.
Why don't we get that perspective?
Yeah.
And I feel like what this woke education is doing is finally giving us that side, because we've been fed this other side for so long. So it's just like, you're just upset. Again, you're just upset that we're getting more information and we're having more conversations about it.
Yeah, and they're like, look away. Like, no. It's all sunshine and rainbows and we're great.
Because if they want to keep on being that traditional value, there needs to be something good about it. And if we know the truth, it's no longer good or grand or any of this, right? Like I brought it up last time how Mussolini talked a lot about the Romans and how great the Romans were, and like we want to go back to being the Romans. Hitler didn't really have that with Germany, so he used a lot of like the gods, Thor, Loki, blah blah blah. And now the conservatives in the US are also having that problem where it's like, well, the past wasn't that kind of great, so let's just not tell them what actually happened, you know?
Yeah, and let's just not move forward.
Yeah.
Like, and a big part of the PragerU website, if you just take like a little tour of it, is how obsessed they are with controlling the children, or like controlling what they know and understand to be true, because they're so, children are so, you said this word last time and I forgot. It was
impressionable.
Like, yes. Children are very impressionable. So so much of the website focuses on guiding the kids, of like, oh, we need to make sure that our kids are doing XYZ. And even like the PragerU content that isn't for kids, it's for parents of kids, for like teaching you ways to raise the kid. And it's crazy. Oh,
which I also think is like, I had this idea when I was in maybe high school where like, conservative ideas are very much ideas of the past.
Yeah.
And I think those ideas will eventually die out as those people who hold those ideas also pass away. But I think this propaganda, the way that they're going about it, has been working because, and I think you put it up here, and maybe we can talk about it a little bit in the time that we have. Gen Z is taking an interesting turn.
They are.
In terms of what their beliefs are. Millennials are very left-leaning with their ideas, and specifically among Gen Z men, there is a huge gender gap when it comes to the beliefs. Gen Z women are most likely to be more on the left, while men are more likely to be conservative. And I think it is because of stuff like this.
Yeah.
And what I think the right is really good at is capitalizing off of, honestly, their own doings. Right? Like the financial hardships that men are going through and all this because of their own policies.
Yeah.
They're good at capturing that and being like, no, it's because of this. It's because of the other guys.
Yeah, it's because they're woke.
And men are like really susceptible to that right now.
Yeah, and I think a point that kind of ties into that and that I wrote down when I was initially taking a look at the PragerU Kids site was at first glance. And when you look at everything on the surface, you're like, is this diversity? Like, is this kind of like... It just feels like it feels like
it mimics it.
It mimics like brain pop-esque types of
how bad
teaching.
Can it be?
Yeah, like
if
it looks like this, if it looks harmless, if it looks like nothing.
Like we we're not giving you guys white nationalist or like Christian values.
It's
like,
not on the nose.
How can it be if we have these brown animated characters?
Yeah, and it's very like undertone type of things where a child is obviously, they haven't gotten to that point in their school where they can think critically. Critical thinking. And so like when I'm watching these things, I'm able to read between the lines and be like, oh shit. Like I could see how that can, that a kid can internalize that little line right there. And it's scary. It really is scary to see it.
And this is why a lot of people push for underrepresented groups to get an education. I think a lot of the times, especially in the Latino community, sometimes the education can seem like, I just want a job and that's it.
Yeah.
But in reality, it goes so much deeper than that. It's like critically thinking for your people and like doing all these things. And like, you know, people frown upon the people that get degrees like sociology or philosophy or blah, blah, blah. But I think these things need to keep on happening and these conversations need to. And these people who take those classes are the ones that are able to have these conversations. Like I said, interpersonal conversations with people and like try to move the needle.
Yeah, because unfortunately at the end of the day, in this country, it's all about money. It even says it in the PragerU for Kids section before you click it. The last thing that it says that you can teach your kid is entrepreneurship. So it's all about money. And we just need to be educated, guys.
Yeah, and like this stuff that we're talking about isn't even like super left wing. I think what we want is decency and kindness and respect and rights sometimes, right?
Some rights would be nice. Jesus.
Like I don't think these are radical ideas, right? And I don't think, like, look, also like some conservative values aren't as, you can make the theory that a lot of like these financial policies are also indirectly targeting people of color and poor people. But there's a difference between having an argument of like, I think we should focus on this, our money should go to this, which usually for conservatives is the military and other stuff. And the left thinks, no, we should help out these people. That's a difference in opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I think where like I start getting really mad is when it's just like, dude, these are people. We need to help people, or just like, why are you treating people so shitty?
Yeah.
Right? That's when I get like really worked up or whatever.
Yeah. And it starts with the kids.
Yeah.
And that's why all things said, I'm very glad that Sesame Street was able to find a new home on YouTube, which is a free platform. Because honestly, I learned a lot on YouTube, not specifically like, just politics stuff, but just things in general. YouTube is such a great source. It can be such a great source.
But it can also be detrimental.
It can also be detrimental. So
watching shitty ass
YouTubers and stuff like that. Watching us. No. Just kidding.
But
Just kidding.
I mean, like for kids, like
Yes.
watching shitty ass brain slop content that people just make again because of money.
Because of money.
And they just make stupid ass, sometimes weird sexual crazy shit.
Yeah, like weird sexual innuendos.
So shout out Miss Rachel. Shout out Sesame Street, now that they're going to be on there.
On YouTube,
shout out Bluey, which isn't on that, but
I love Bluey. Love me some Bluey. But yeah, so that's just kind of a little bit what we wanted to talk about today. I hope that you guys also fight for education and history being taught in different perspectives, like not just as Eurocentric.
Yeah, like like we're not here like being like only teach the liberal side or whatever, which like we're not saying that one side's going to be the liberal side, but just like
open your eye, like
teach them. Like I think you said it beautifully. Every perspective on the issue.
Yeah, it's important.
Right, because history is written by the winners.
Exactly.
Let's interview the loser sometimes.
Real bars.
Unless it's like the Nazis or something.
Okay, well.
With that being said,
we have reached the end of our episode. Thank you so much for staying with us. It started off very goofy and it got very serious at the end.
What you guys come here for?
Which is, I feel like, the tone for a lot of our podcast episodes.
But at the end of every episode,
we do have a little Latino artist recommendation of the week. So my Latino artist recommendation of the week is a band called The Red Pears. And The Red Pears are an indie rock band. They're a trio from El Monte, California.
Shout out.
And it's indie rock with a little hint of their Latino heritage. And my sister actually was the one who put me on these guys when I was in high school. So quite some time ago.
And then you put me on.
And then I put him on. And it was just, my sister showed me the song Daylight Moonlight. And that was like my like senior year song of high school. Because I was like, I'm so main character right now. So good. Such a catchy tune. You guys should definitely go check them out. The Red Pears.
And with that, everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Hand Me Down Podcast.
Mm-hmm. We hope to see you in the next one. Again, I mean, I know we joke about it, but please comment, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram.
Let us know what you think, and let us know what other topics you would want us to cover. I think, we want to hear from you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have fun. We have fun making these episodes. We have a wonderful team helping us. So with that being said, thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.